Welcome back. Episode 2 of Alchemy, the Making of. Let's get it. So the first 2 tracks on the EP are Stardust and Moonchild. Stardust is the poem that preludes Moonchild. Stardust, I'm very partial to. That's a poem I've had written for a few years now, as you know. And I think it's a really beautiful take on ashes to ashes, dust to dust, like ashes to ashes, stardust to stardust. We're all made of stars. We're all made of that cosmic energy in the universe. And we're all transformed and take on different forms in this lifetime, like alchemy. And I just think that's a really beautiful concept that I wanted to play with. Coming back to the earth doesn't have to be a scary thing. Coming back to the earth and being released from this human experience can be a beautiful thing. We're just afraid of it because we haven't done it yet. But it's natural. And it's a part of the life cycle that we don't like to look at. But I don't necessarily think it should be hated. I just think it needs to be accepted. And so this is my way of doing that for myself, accepting that future experience that we're all destined to face, which is death, and how that may be the real birth. We won't know until we're on the other side, but I refuse to go out of this world in fear. I won't do that to myself. I will go out in peace, knowing that whatever the universe has for me, it's in my best interest to release and fully dive into that experience. With Stardust and Moonchild both, they're very poetic. They're very dense in imagery. It's creative. And I have been critiqued on that in the past. I had an experience where I was interviewing to become a songwriter for a studio. And during that interview, I shared some of my works, as you do. And one of their biggest critiques with my work is that I am too poetic in my writing. They thought that maybe I'd be more successful if I was more conversational in my writing style. And after time of chewing on that critique and seeing if it's applicable, I decided, you know what? That is not a word for me. Like, my strength is my prowess with manipulating vocabulary and with using words or imagery that people may not have thought to use. That's my superpower. And to strip me of that would be a mistake. To keep myself from doing that would be a grave mistake. So with Stardust and Moonchild, this is kind of doubling down on what I perceive to be really great strength of mine as a lyricist. Moonchild is so literary focused, heavy in metaphor and otherwise. And I'm so proud of this song for so many reasons. Like, this song shows a lot of diversity in my vocal abilities. It shows a lot of diversity in my lyrical abilities. And I think it's a great expression of who I am as a person as well. A lot of Moonchild was inspired by how invigorated I am by the moon. I've always been what they call a night owl ever since I was a little girl. Not sponsored, just enjoyed. I've always been that type. I'll sleep in until 2 p.m., be tired all day. But as soon as 12 a.m., 1 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, okay, what are we getting into? What are we creating? Let's do something. I want to write. I want to listen to music. That's when I come online. When the moon is up, I'm up. I feel rejuvenated under the moon. I feel fueled. It's like a battery recharge being awake with the moon. And so I do consider myself a moonchild in that capacity. The filming process of this was really fun. I would say this was my most involved song. This is the one song I had, wardrobe for, hair, makeup, glitter, all the nines. I had a backdrop set up, and it was really fun to be more back in a place of creative direction. Did a lot of the filming with my sister last summer. We did filming in the garden of Callahan Photography. Thank you to Callahan Photography for letting me use your garden. And it was a beautiful setup. There was a little vintage VW Bug. There's a little flower encircled area. It was absolutely gorgeous. Their grounds are beautiful. My sister was such a great help. She was so patient. I swear I should put a blooper reel together of our footage because wow, we were bumbling through that. We had a great time though. It was really, really fun. And then I filmed the final pieces of it just these in the past couple weeks. And so that was my more curated session to kind of, let's make sure the makeup's on point. Let's make sure the hair looks good. Because being in the outdoor elements, there's only so much you can do when the heat is like blasting on you. You can only look so good. So this was in the studio at Samurai Sound Studios. I had the backdrop up. I had the lights. I had the cameras. I made sure like one of these songs, I'm gonna look crispy, okay? And this is the song to do it. As far as like a favorite line in the song goes, I would say if I had to pick one, my favorite stanza is in the second verse. It goes, "When the dawn strips me down and takes away my moonbeam crown, I don't fight back, I just dissolve, and I wait for the curtain call." That is my favorite because I think it delivers a lot of concepts in a singular moment. So this is meant in a lot of ways figuratively. I mean this in the capacity of being an artist. There's that statement, you get your 15 minutes of fame. And it's kind of speaking on that, like, I'm not going to fight whatever is meant for me. It's going to be for me. I'm not going to fight to be seen. I will be seen by the right eyes. I really believe that. I believe in alignment, and I believe in doing everything you can, but knowing you've done everything you can. This is created, not destined. Nothing is written until we write it. But there's a time for everything, that's even biblical. There's a time for beginnings and there's a time for ends. And when the curtain call is sung, I will be at peace knowing that I did the work that I was meant to do here creatively. And I also mean this in kind of speaking like on the concept of what the Stardust poem is about, which is life and death. I mean, like when the dawn strips me down and takes away my moonbeam crown, when it takes away my human essence, when I no longer fill this cavity that I've been entrusted to, I won't fight back. I'll just dissolve and I'll wait for the curtain call. I will accept that fate when it's my time. I will accept it and I will lean into it with excitement and curiosity instead of fear and resentment. I accept it. And that's a very important part of being at peace in this human condition and in this experience that we're all subjected to, being at peace with what's coming. I think that's important to find peace in the now. And it also speaks to just the way that the moon works. The moon is so illuminating and so powerful in the evening. And there's something powerful about that of like knowing when it's your time to shine and knowing what you're good at and fully taking up space in that element. You don't have to be all things. You are light in the place that you're meant to be light in. That's a beautiful concept to me. I can't wait for you to hear this song, and I can't wait to hear what your favorite line from Moonchild is. Stay tuned.